So how do you, meeting with Chris and Irene Turley today, and we're going to talk about their Gator business. So when did you guys get involved with Gator?
We started poking around really actually in April, and Irene kind of found Pace.
I found Pace online,
Oh.
and we basically started our first 3-hour session with Pace was for not for Gator, but it was
Actually
for sub two.
Yeah.
And then when that happened, they submitted more information about Gator, and we both decided that that was definitely the direction we wanted to head into.
Okay.
So,
And how has the Gator business been going for you?
Good. We just got into a JV deal probably about 4 weeks ago.
yeah, first deal.
I think the thing with the Gator business is you've got to really we were starting to get into meetups and socializing and getting into groups, and that really kind of put us in a whole nother direction. So you can get into the Gator business and learn and do all the
You have to network.
You got to
have
network.
to.
You got to network. You've got to study. But the networking really kind of opened it up because you kind of look at this as like a team, and you can't do this by yourself, and you have other people out there and that have different avenues of success, and they have different skill set. Once we started getting involved with other people and what they do and what they can't do, things just started to really happen.
Networking is the key, though, definitely, because I mean, like Pace says, connectors. Once we met I think we met Cynthia at Pace's Temecula meetup. That was wonderful. She introduced us to Terrence, who's in the OCJB. We're in Orange County, California. So that was a group that, reached out to us. And within that group, we met Jason Park, who then helped us, attain our first deal.
He got our first JV deal. He had a situation going on where somebody needed funding. And it's going to be a 60-day turnaround, and came to us and got the ball rolling, and happened within probably, hours, and got the thing going. And now we'll be closing probably in about 4 weeks. So
that's great.
I hope so.
Yeah. How much are you looking to turn over on that deal?
We invested $50,000 with 20% return. So it's not a huge number. So you're looking at getting, probably about 10 grand back.
But it's our first deal. We kind of wanted to
get our feet wet.
Yeah. And hopefully we can roll it into another deal. And
well, 10 grand's not a bad payoff.
It's
no.
I mean, so what's that? It's what 25%, 20%, right?
20%. Yeah, it's 20%.
Yeah. You invest 50,000 in the stock market, you're not getting 20%. So.
You're not.
Right?
No. Absolutely right about that.
Yeah, and the banks as well. You're not getting anything close.
Yeah, so, you're not even going to get 2% from them.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and a lot of lenders are getting 12% on some of these loans, and less than that, 10 to 15%. So it was a good turnaround, and there'll be other opportunities for us, and we're looking at other opportunities. But I want to make sure we're lending our money in the right spots for that turnaround, so we can build
and protecting your money through
absolutely.
So yeah, I know what you mean. I've looked at a few deals and I backed away from them because they just didn't look like they were trustworthy or weren't the right. And
definitely have to connect with people who know what they're doing. I think when you're JVing with a group or a networking, what would you call them? Like when you're networking, you've got to make sure that these people are legit, and kind of do your own due process, make sure that you're crossing your, T's and dotting your I's, because things really go wrong.
And I think Jason Park, who we eventually met at the Temecula location, he's an underwriter, and he is a skilled underwriter.
Yeah.
And that brought a lot. And he kind of, to be honest with you, he was kind of filling us out to see the trust issue there for a while. So we had done a couple meetups, and then this presented itself. I think the OCJV is a pretty close knit group. They're not going to let anybody in there. They've got to know that you're, not a scammer. They want to know that you have finances and you are who you say you are, and you're going to bring value to the table. And once he kind of developed that trust in us, that's kind of when it took off. So, it's first they were kind of cautious. They're not just going to let anybody in. Everybody can talk a good game, but you got to be able to.
But I think networking is so important.
Very important. Very important.
Yeah, actually, I was in a meeting today with Jason and Pops.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, one of Jake's training meetings.
Right.
And yeah, Jason has a lot of good information that he put out there.
Right there, yes.
And it was being our first deal. We were questioning him and peppering him too. And it's like, okay, hey, we've reached out to Jake before, and he's got a very good relationship with Jake. We had a couple questions, and he got a hold of Jake and fired it back and made us feel really comfortable. And that's how the kind of deal took.
And I also wanted to point out something. When we first started, we did have another deal that we brought it to the table. We brought it to Jake, and it was 4th of July weekend. And we truly didn't think he was going to get back to us. It was just, I said, let's just try it. You never know. He might read it and respond. Chris.
Yeah, we were trying to get a loan. A person that we thought was a real estate agent ended up being a wholesaler. He wanted to wholesale us this house that was pretty close to where we live. And so we had a lot of questions about it. I went and looked at the house, and then we got on the phone. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to reach out to Jake. And it's the weekend before 4th of July. So I just kind of real bluntly, hey, I know you're probably not going to answer this, but
he picked up the phone.
He picked up the phone and said, and so he kind of helped us through this. He said, let me get on the call with them. He didn't know us from Adam. We were just a Gator. So for him to pick up like that meant a lot to us, but meant how valuable the community is. That you're not an outsider. You guys are, you're this big group, and you guys are all working together. He didn't have to pick up the phone on that. He did, got on the call, helped us with the agent. Long story short, we ended up running title, and the guy had 4 or 5 loans attached to this thing that was going to go south. So
that's good.
But at least he was able to help us through. Didn't know us, but still took the time, and then got us through that, which is really cool. So
that's pretty good of Jake, seeing that he was traveling to Hawaii that week.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The following week.
Yeah, the following week he was. Yeah, he said he was leaving. But I mean, 4th of July weekend, that's a long weekend. You don't have to pick up the phone for some outside number you don't know about, but that tells you the group that they have.
Pace does build lets in people who are trustworthy, and I think that's the thing. And the business doesn't work if you try to do it by yourself.
No, you can't. Everybody's got different skills, and everybody brings different things to the table. And for you to network, that's how you're going to make more money. People think you get into real estate, it's, oh my gosh, everybody's looking for the same lead, and we're all going to fight for each other. That's not how it is. This is a big giant pool, and everybody can make money on it. You don't have to, be the only one trying to make $1 million. Everybody can take a piece, and you can grow together and make more money by growing that way.
That's the way I see it too. And I had done real estate back in the 80s, and I thought it was, it ended up dying on me because one of the crashes back then. But I thought, I was working against everybody else, and that was, and I was doing it on my own. Didn't know what I was doing at all.
Yeah.
And putting 20% down on a 3-family. And, then my partner was living in it. And then it was like, he didn't want to listen. He didn't collect the rents. And it was like, okay, here we go. I only have one solution.
Property managers are so important.
Is that it? You're going to just do Gator, or are you going to also get into?
I think we're exploring some markets in St. Louis actually right now, of possibly doing some fix and flip. So it's a little bit
Yeah, we're
know,
definitely going to do this and then join Sub 2. We
Yeah.
just need some capital.
Right. Want to build some capital. We'll probably end up getting into the Sub 2.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do it.
But
yeah.
just trying to do some other things too, and continue to build on the Gator lending, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big avenue, and we're just kind of really getting our feet wet. We haven't, you know, gone 150% into it. We're making sure we're making the right decisions, connecting with the right people, and making sure that the deal is right for us to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've passed on a lot of stuff too that, you know, you want $50,000 and I'll make, you know, $300 for 12 months of my money. Those don't work.
Yeah, that doesn't work for me.
You know, it's got to fit for everybody, and I don't want to tie up.
We've said no a few times.
Yeah, I don't.
And I think it's been. I think we made the right choice.
Right.
So every deal is not a great deal. You really got to
right.
research it and talk to your other people that you're connected with, and show it to them and let them tell you, hey, you know, yay or nay. Right. Don't be afraid to ask questions. We're all, you know, we're all going to have questions, but don't be afraid to ask.
It's true.
And put yourself in the right position for those people.
So now, what kind of income do you think you could eventually?
Well, I mean, I want to, honestly, I want to be, you know, doing $50,000 to $100,000 a month. So that's our kind of.
I mean, and that's a low ball.
Yeah. I mean, the opportunity, I think, is huge. It's just a matter of how you set your business up and what kind of way you want to go down. Everybody's going to have a little different way to get there, but we're all going to get there. So you got to.
We just want to retire independently. You know, that's, you know, the real reason, and travel and really
let this work itself.
Yeah, make sure that our family's taken care of, for sure.
Yeah, just basically turn it over.
Yeah,
5 or 6 deals over a week, and then turn it over to a manager and let him run it, right?
Absolutely.
And that's building the business, and we're not afraid to, and we have the time to put the work into it. You build that up, and then it's going to kind of run itself, but it's going to take a minute to build it up, and I don't have a problem with that. And it's the connections that you make. You know, you're going to be, if you get to a point one time down the road where you built these connections, you just get a phone call and you're on vacation, and a big deal's come through.
Yeah,
you know?
Right.
That's where we want to be.
Yeah, so. I hear you. That's the route I'm looking to get in myself in. You know, someday do a deal with Pace. You know.
Good.
Yeah.
On one of his deals, right?
Right. Yeah. Everybody wants to do that.
We have goals.
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah, that's kind of where we're thinking.
All right. So thank you for your time today, and we'll.
Welcome.
Yes.
Nice
to meet
you. Finally.
Yeah, nice meeting you, and we'll have to do this some more.
Absolutely.
You know, maybe I can bring a deal to you, or you can bring a deal to me.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Work together. Now we know someone from Massachusetts, right?
We're gonna be.
We can go see a Red Sox game together.
Yeah, there we go.
So we'll be calling you when we're in the World Series battling each other. How's that?
Yeah. There you go.
Oh yeah, that's right. Mookie's coming home today. Yeah.
Mookie's coming home, and hey, you have half of our Dodger old teammates. So you're the Boston Dodgers.
Turner's man. He's been exceptional for you guys. Anyway.
Yes. All right.
Steve, it's nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, and we'll be in touch.
Take care.
All right.
Okay. Thanks, buddy.